Hello everyone. Today we will be discussing editorial makeup. And let's just jump right in. So, some kinds of editorial and the role of makeup. So, editorial makeup is the use of makeup to further develop or evoke emotion in a story through images in print or on an online media platform. So, some examples would be TV shows and magazines, either print magazines or online publications. So, some kinds of editorial are beauty, which is focused on the makeup and enhancing the client's or model's natural features. Then there's fashion, which is encompassing the use of photography to show texture, pattern, color in clothing, and the makeup is used to complement that. Next is hair or jewelry, and this is mainly focused on the aspects of either the hairstyle or a jewelry piece, so the makeup is minimal. You can see this is a really good example of how the gold eyes are just complementing the gold in the jewelry. And lastly is creative, which is mainly used for like expressive purposes and experimental purposes. So let's talk a little bit further about beauty editorial. So this category is usually focused primarily on the makeup and enhancing the natural features of the model. So both of these models look stunning, and each element of the makeup works seamlessly with the other factors of the photo. So you can see how this pink blush and these warm eyeshadow tones are really complementing the flowers and the headdress that she's wearing. And it's also very highlighted and very lush looking. So it's all working together with this floral botanical aspect. Next, on the left, you can see it's completely different. And this eyeliner is very bold and dramatic. And I want you to think about how the clothes here are actually telling part of the story as well, further developing this persona here. Because if we were to just take away the clothes, we would be left with just earrings and eyeliner, and you wouldn't really think that this is an Oriental inspired look. So next is fashion editorial, and this category intends to capture the texture, silhouette, and color of clothing and backdrops, so the makeup should be a complement to the wardrobe. So these shots are usually from farther away, like this is a full body shot, and this is from the waist up. And you'll see that because it's obviously focused on the clothes. You want to make sure you're capturing that. So the makeup, this is farther away, so it has to be more dramatic so it can be seen on camera. Here, it's a little bit closer up so you can get more detail with the blush and her facial features. However, it's kept very minimal, and highlights are used mostly to accentuate the foil or this metallic sheen on her dress. And the makeup is intended to add value to the story, so it's not the main focal point. Next is hair and jewelry, and this focuses on a hairstyle or jewelry. The makeup completes the look, but should not be a distraction from the rest of the image unless that is the creative direction. So here on the right, you can see that this is very focused on the hair. I believe this is an editorial shot for a product specifically. So you can see how this was the main focus. They kept the clothes minimal to white, and the makeup is just adding to the overall dramatic effect. This contour is really showing up very well in this grayscale, and the eyebrows are very bold because I think they wanted to accentuate hair. So on the left here, we have a shot of some earrings, and you can see how the makeup is complementing them, but it's not overpowering them, and they look like they match. So lastly is a creative editorial, and these editorials are experimental in nature and depend all on creative direction. So some are makeup based and some are not. They incorporate some or all of the previous elements, as well as unique perspective, photo crop, and lighting. So let's start with the bottom left. We can see that this is very focused on this dripping gold effect, and they've added it everywhere on the lips, the eyes, and the eyebrows. And you can see how the lashes are also very experimental, with them being very long on the bottom and very long on top. And this could be a product shot, or this can just be just to create an expressive story. Next, in the middle, we have pretty standard portrait style. However, the lighting is being used to further develop this ethereal look she has going. And the makeup itself is very cool. It's very colorful, and you can see that they were very creative in placement. And also, just the drama of the eyes. They're very open, they're very doll like. So, all of the makeup here is working to create an expressive story. Lastly, here we have a very unique photo from a very unique perspective. You can see it shot from the top down. However, you can still see her full body. You can see how the eyeliner is also very dramatic, as her clothes are, with all different patterns and textures. And you can see that her hair is also working to create this image, this person, this persona. And the lip is kept to a moderate nude. I think a bold lip would have probably been too much of a distraction. So that is all decisions that come down to you as a makeup artist. So here we have some tips. So always follow the creative direction you are given. So if you're working with a team of people, a collective, you're going to have your stylist, your creative director who has the vision. This person can also be the photographer, 2 in 1, or it can be a separate person who is focused on the wardrobe. So it all depends on what is the main focus. And you always want to make sure you're following that, because if you don't, you're basically not working as a team. So next is practice new techniques frequently. So that means staying up to date on trends, making sure you are practicing on yourself or on other people, and that you're not just learning what you can and then just forgetting about it and not staying up to date. Next is always be flexible. So I've had this situation where I was supposed to be on set, but some plans fell through and it just never happened. So you just have to stay very flexible, and you can't be upset when things don't pan out the way that they were planned. Next is some gigs are paid and some are trade for print. So that means trade for print is a group of people coming together, trading their time for published photos. So that means that you're going there just to be a part of it and have exposure mainly. All right, so that's all I have for you for editorial. This is a really exciting category, because you can really be creative and show all that you know about makeup and create some really, really, really cool, interesting looks. So thanks for being here, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video.